The story begins with James and Petra getting intimate, but then Petra remembers that she's running late for class. As she leaves, she tells James not to fall asleep again, or else he will be late. But James is very tired after such hard work, so he falls asleep. When he wakes up a little while later, he realizes that he is late for class. He runs to his class and arrives at the last minute. They are all in philosophy class. Their teacher, Zimit, announces that today is their last class, and it is time to take a practical test on everything they have learned all year. He says, "Now we will all do a mind exercise to determine how well you have understood everything. What have you learned from what you have read?" Then a student explains a situation in which 5 people are tied to one railway track and 1 person is tied to another track. So the better option is to move the train toward the 1 person, because it is better for 1 person to die than for 5 people to die. Then another student says that the situation can also be such that a very fat person suddenly comes in front of the train track, and then the train will derail and fall down, due to which all the people will be saved. Then a girl explains a different situation in which she is about to fall from a building, and to save herself, she calls her 3 friends there, but they do not save her because, while saving her, they themselves might fall from the building. Now, as soon as the girl falls down from the building, she somehow survives, and she realizes that she should never trust these 3 friends of hers. Now, many similar situations are suggested by the other students as well, but then Zimit gives a different kind of situation to all of them. He says that suppose the Earth has been destroyed and nuclear bombs are being dropped everywhere. To survive this, there is only one bunker where you will have to live for a whole year. But your goal is not just to survive. The survivors must work together to expand the population. That bunker can only hold 10 people, but the total number of survivors is 21. Now, this entire exercise will take place in your minds. You will all be in the classroom, but your imagination will take place in that apocalyptic world. Then, we find all the students inside that same apocalyptic world, where all 21 students are present, but only 10 can enter the bunker. Your profession will decide who will go inside and who will sacrifice themselves. After this, all the students are asked to draw a slip of paper with their profession written on it. For example, James's profession is farming, which means that James can farm and produce food after a disaster. Petra, on the other hand, is an engineer and could be very useful in the future. Therefore, it is crucial for both of them to survive. One of the boys is an electrician, and the other is a nurse. His survival is crucial to maintaining the electricity in the bunker. However, anyone who is a fashion designer, a real estate agent, or someone who does not perform a particularly important job is not allowed inside the bunker. One of the men, a poet, is immediately shot and killed by Zimit, who says that he is useless and will likely die from radiation exposure outside anyway. Therefore, it is best to let him go now. After this, everyone votes on who can live in the bunker and who cannot. Among them, a girl named Georgia is a doctor, for whom everyone votes. A boy named Chips is a carpenter, and can also live in the bunker. Finally, Zimit, a wild card, is also voted for because he may have a profession they might need in the future. After this, the people who will live inside the bunker and those who will die from radiation while staying outside are selected. Then, James says that they should not go into the bunker. First, he needs to be alone for a while. While he is talking to Petra, he hears gunfire. They discover that Zimit has killed all those who are waiting outside the bunker. The remaining survivors form a plan. They go inside the bunker and close the door before Zimit can reach it, as they now perceive him as a threat. Afterward, they all spend a lot of time inside the bunker. Then one day, Petra goes outside and observes. It is revealed that Zimit has been burned by nuclear radiation. He reveals that only he knew the way out of the bunker. After revealing this, he dies on the spot. When the others learn of this, one of them tries to open the door. But the others stop her, saying that opening the door would kill everyone due to the radiation. And who knows, Zimit might be lying to them. That is why they do not open the door. After this, we see days pass, months pass, and Jimit's body lies outside, decaying with time. It begins to decompose. Finally, a year passes, and the Earth has recovered. When they try to leave the bunker, the door asks for a password. This means that Zimit was telling the truth, and they are now locked inside. But they refuse to give up and try various methods to open the door. They shoot bullets at it and hit it with rods, but the door still does not open. Then, a few days later, some people lose their lives, and the rest of the survivors also die due to a lack of oxygen. We then see the classroom scene again, where Chips asks Zimit why only he had the password to get out. Zimit then says that his profession was construction, and that he built the bunker. He says that they will do it again. Everything will be the same, only the cards will be changed. For example, James is already a farmer, but now he is also gay. But because he is a farmer, he can still enter the bunker. On the other hand, Georgiana's card states that she would die from a virus sometime later. Therefore, no one votes for her. Similarly, no one votes for a poet, a cobra singer, or some artists. Consequently, some people who were previously inside the bunker will now remain outside. After this, everyone returns to their fantasy world, where Zimit secretly takes a gun from the bunker and shoots the poet again. After this, everyone is divided into 2 groups. One group for those who will go inside the bunker, and the other for those who will not and will stay outside the bunker. Then Georgiana asks Zimit for the car keys and tries to escape with the others, others, but they are all killed in a nuclear explosion. Zimit and the others return to the bunker. Petra notices that James is not in his bed at night. When she goes to look for him, she finds him getting intimate with a boy named Jack, who is gay. Petra tells everyone about this, to which Zimit says that they should now choose new partners so that people can have children. Everyone agrees and starts choosing their partners. But Petra is left alone there and is asked to become Jimit's partner. Petra also agrees and goes with Zimit. James is shocked to see this and tries to stop her, but he himself has already become intimate with someone else. Now many days pass like this, and everyone gets intimate with their partners every day. But until now, no girl has become pregnant. Then Zimit says that now everyone will switch partners again, so that someone can get pregnant. This upsets everyone because they have fallen in love with their partners and do not want them to be intimate with anyone else. Then a woman named Bori, a soldier, tells Zimit that she will not be intimate with anyone again and will kill him if he tries to force himself on her. Hearing this, Zimit becomes enraged. He picks up his gun and throws everyone out of the room. He then points the gun at a sack, but Jack, who is hiding inside it, starts fighting with Zimit, injuring him in the ensuing scuffle. Zimit then stands near the door and sees that there is a fire outside. Zimit opens the bunker door and suddenly there is an explosion, killing everyone inside. The scene shifts back to their classroom. We see that everyone is exhausted and unable to succeed in the exercise. Chips then suggests that they should try again and that they can do better than that. James asks why Zimit coughed when he first gave them the cards. He suspects that something is wrong and quickly checks the box containing the cards. He discovers that Zimit betrayed him and deliberately gave him the farmer and gay cards. Actually, Zimit did not like James and wanted to prove that he was stupid. James tells everyone that Zimit cheated. So James wants to play another round, but the other students refuse. Petra then says, "I am ready, but this time I will be in charge, and I will decide who stays inside the bunker and who stays outside." All the students trust Petra and agree with her decision. This time, they find themselves on an island where a nuclear attack is imminent. Zimit goes back inside the bunker and hides his guns. But then Petra comes to Zimit and hugs him. Afterward, Petra rescues the poet, the opera singer, the card gambler, and the rest of them. She sends all the people inside the bunker who do not have any technical skills. But Zimit is not at all happy with her decision, because neither Petra nor Zimit is going inside the bunker, and Zimit wants to go inside. So he angrily tries to take out his gun, but Petra has stolen it while hugging him. Now he takes the gun back from Petra and starts shooting at James, but James already has a bigger gun than him. He asks Zimit to leave from there. Zimit says that they will need the password to get out, and only he knows it. Then Bori says that she knows the password because the last time Zimit entered it, she saw it. Hearing this, Zimit leaves from there. After this, James asks Petra to come inside the bunker, but Petra refuses and says that there is an island a little distance away and that they will all go there by boat. But then Chips calls Petra on the pretext of giving her the key to the boat, and after sending her inside the bunker, he himself comes out to die. Afterward, everyone leaves in the boat. Inside the bunker, Petra and the others have a wonderful time. Since they are all artists, they have plenty of things to do to pass the time. A year passes by. When they come out, they find that everything is as it was before, as no bombs ever hit their island. Zimit then points out that despite this, they will soon be killed because they lack the technical skills to build anything to escape. But Petra says that she has made this decision not with her mind, but with her heart, and that they will live happily for as long as they live, so that they will accept death happily as well. Just then, a bomb falls near them on the island. James is about to press the button on that bomb after accepting death when Zimit arrives there with a gun. His hair has grown a lot, and he is still alive. He has only one bullet left with which he is about to kill James when everyone comes in front of him to save James. Then James presses the bomb button, causing an explosion and killing everyone. Chips then reveals that they reached another island by boat where all the boys died, leaving him alone with 6 girls. He had the opportunity to be intimate with one girl every day, and he would be intimate with them one by one for 6 days, resting on the 7th. This is how he spent his time on the island, which makes everyone laugh. Just then, the class ends, and so does Jimit's exercise. He is stunned, after which all the students leave. But a little while later, Petra approaches Zimit, and we learn that Petra is Jimit's girlfriend. That is why Zimit is so jealous of James, because Petra likes him. Petra kisses Zimit one last time and leaves. He then goes to his room, where a gun is lying, and then we hear the sound of a gunshot, but then we realize that this was all just Jimit's imagination. And friends, with this, that is where the story ends.